Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. Another disappointing end to the season, to be honest with you. Just lost to the Seattle Seahawks, 21-12. Just incredibly frustrating performance. Obviously we're here at the game, but starting with the coaching staff. I mean, the decision to throw the football 2 times, first and goal at the 2-yard line, wait 6 weeks to see Ezekiel Elliott, and they don't feed him. We have 2 opportunities. We decide to throw the football. I go back to something I said in previous videos. Bill Parcells, 2 things. There's 3 things that can happen when you throw the football, and 2 of them are bad. And we get a holding call and backed up, and then we miss a field goal. I don't know what's up with Dan Bailey, but just the ability, our passing game, the fundamental outline of our passing game is very, very flawed. It's very predictable. Dak Prescott was not sharp today. Had a very disappointing performance. And I'm a Dak guy. I'm a guy that's defended Dak through and through. He was not sharp today. There's no way around it. With that being said, when you lose your left tackle and Tyron Smith and Byron Bell comes in there, and when you have decisions like that being made, that does not aid a young quarterback. And we have, obviously a disappointing result today where we're playing for everything. The season's on the line. The defense came out. They only yielded 1 true touchdown, in my opinion. The Dez fumble, and I'm wearing a Dez jersey today. And I said in an earlier video, earlier in the season, he needs to be evaluated. And you saw that today. I mean, the fumble, that changed the whole momentum of the game. We were up 6-0, and for him to fumble the football when we have an opportunity to get points right before halftime and potentially go up 2 scores at the minimum 9-0, that was crushing. Turns into Seattle points, and I know we still were able to go in to halftime up with the lead, but jeez, I mean, it's so frustrating. I mean, it's so many fingers to point blame at. I mean, but to me, again, the one constant, Jason Garrett. You've been here since 2007. You've been the head coach since 2010. No adjustments. Again, we have another fruitless 3rd quarter. The whole second half, I mean, Seattle's sitting on everything you're doing in the passing game. And as a former quarterback, as a former OC, even bundled with Scott Linehan, the passing concepts are very predictable. There was too many times. One of the cool things you get to see watching the game in the stadium is some of the things you get to see on all 22. Is plays developing down the field that you don't get to see on TV. And the lack of creativity in the passing game is alarming, especially for a young guy. You guys look at what the Los Angeles Rams are doing with Jared Goff, defying reads, getting people separated. And one of the things they did as well is they upgraded their wide receivers. Drafted Cooper Kupp, signed Robert Woods, signed Sammy Watkins. Guys that can get separation and can get open. I love Cole Beasley, and he's a great slot guy, but he's limited to that. Terrence Williams, to me, is not a serviceable number 2 wide receiver if you're trying to get to where we want to get to. Dez Bryant is not a number 1 wide receiver. So you have guys that aren't even getting separation. Then you have that in conjunction with the coaching staff. We have several plays down here where everybody's running 10-yard button hooks, and you're in 2-minute drill trying to get points, and no one's challenging the safeties. There's no concepts to where, hey, let's take the safety out and run maybe a wheel route over top to get some separation in a big play downfield. Everything that's potentially a big play is off a broken play where he has to scramble around. That's why Tony Romo was so successful for so many years, because that was his X-Man ability. That was what he was really good at, was breaking tackles and getting out of play and doing something crazy or adjusting the play at the line of scrimmage. Dak Prescott right now, developing, has to be within the confines of the system. But our system sucks. Our system sucks. Our coaches make poor adjustments. We had a challenge. We challenged the play we shouldn't have challenged. Blew a timeout, and then ultimately our defense wears down and gets tired, and that's the end of the season. So we're going to go 8-8 or 9-7. I don't really care. Jerry Jones, again, getting up there in age, you got to take a look in the mirror and say, what do you want? What do you want the end of your legacy to be? What do you want to pass on to your son and your grandson? Again, I'm a Cowboys fan through and through, and I had an incredible time. Again, thank you to Bobby and Don for blessing me with these tickets. But in terms of the product on the field and wanting to see what we have the talent, what we're capable of being. We have to have that development with this coaching staff, and that has to be addressed in the offseason going into 2018. You have to get speed and some people that can get separation at wide receiver. You're going to waste Dak Prescott. You're going to waste Ezekiel Elliott. You're going to waste this offensive line. You get down there at the 2-yard line, Zach Martin and Travis Frederick, run the ball off of them 2 times, especially when you don't have a left tackle in the game. Tyron Smith, we missed him today, and we didn't make up for it. So, I mean, guys, that's all I really have to say. I'll probably come back with another video just breaking things down a little bit more. But, again, incredible time here today. As always, go Cowboys, and Merry Christmas.